Hello, my fellow thinkers and seekers of wisdom, and welcome to Quotable Skeptic. I'm your content creator, and before we dive into our video, I'd like to share something unique about this space. I craft articles on atheist quotes and also share my own thoughts with the assistance of ChatGPT. But Quotable Skeptic isn't just your ordinary channel. Here, you'll find a perspective driven by curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. I'm an atheist and a disabled person with cerebral palsy, which affects my ability to speak properly and use my hands. Nevertheless, I can still operate my computer, phone, and other devices using my toes. I rely on my family for assistance, and unfortunately, I never had the opportunity to attend school due to the fact that most schools in India do not admit individuals who are completely dependent on others. Hence, you are hearing AI voices in my videos. So, together, we'll explore the world of atheism, philosophy, and critical thinking. It's a journey of discovery and reflection, guided by the belief that intellectual pursuit knows no bounds. I'm excited to have you with me on this path of exploration. Let's dive into our next thought-provoking topic on Quotable Skeptic. Before we delve into our video article, it's essential to acquaint ourselves with the life and ideas of Christopher Hitchens. Christopher Hitchens, 1949 to 2011, was a British-American journalist, author, critic, essayist, and public intellectual. He was known for his wit, erudition, and his willingness to tackle controversial topics. He was a vocal critic of religion, and he is widely considered to be one of the most influential atheists of his time. Hitchens was born in Portsmouth, England, in 1949. He was educated at Oxford University, where he studied English literature. After graduating, he worked as a journalist for several British newspapers, including the New Statesman and the Times Literary Supplement. In 1981, he moved to the United States, where he became a contributing editor to the Atlantic Monthly. He also wrote for a number of other publications, including Vanity Fair, Slate, and the New York Times. Hitchens published over a dozen books, including The Missionary Position, Mother Teresa in Theory and Practice, 1995, God is Not Great, How Religion Poisons Everything, 2007, and Hitch, 22, A Memoir, 2010. He also wrote several collections of essays, including Why Orwell Matters, 1984, and Love, Poverty, and War, 1998. Hitchens was a controversial figure, but he was also a respected one. He was known for his intelligence, his wit, and his willingness to challenge conventional thinking. He was a powerful advocate for free speech and for the separation of church and state. Yes, Christopher Hitchens was an atheist. He was outspoken in his criticism of religion, and he argued that religion is a source of division and violence in the world. He believed that reason and science are the best ways to understand the world, and he rejected the idea that faith is a reliable guide to truth. Hitchens's writings on religion have been influential in both the atheist community and the wider public. He helped to make atheism a more respectable and visible position, and he challenged many of the assumptions that people have about religion. He was a brilliant thinker and a gifted writer, and his work will continue to be read and discussed for many years to come. Religion, the underlying source of global hatred, a candid view. It was the eloquent Christopher Hitchens who once declared, "I am absolutely convinced that religion is the main source of hatred in this world." His words resonate more profoundly today than ever. While some might argue that religion is a beacon of hope and moral guidance, the darker side of this human construct often goes unexamined. From a candid perspective, it becomes evident that religion has played a significant role in fostering division, intolerance, and animosity across the globe. The age-old catalyst for conflict, religious conflicts, and prejudices are woven deeply into the fabric of human history. Throughout the ages, societies have witnessed bloodshed, persecution, and even genocide, all under the shadow of religious belief. Whether it's the historical tension between Catholics and Protestants, the never-ending strife in the Holy Land, or the systemic violence in the name of religious extremism, the fingerprints of faith are unmistakable. While proponents of religion may argue that these events are exceptions rather than the rule, it's undeniable that faith has been, and continues to be, a catalyst for hatred and conflict. Dogma over dialogue. One of the most striking facets of religious belief is its inherent absolutism. Most major religions are founded on unchanging doctrines, unwavering moral codes, and unyielding principles. The very nature of such dogma discourages dialogue, empathy, and the acceptance of differing perspectives. Those who dare to challenge religious teachings or question established norms are often met with hostility and, at times, violence. It's this intransigence that becomes a breeding ground for hatred and animosity. Division and discrimination. Religious divisions often extend far beyond theological debates. The creation of the other, those who do not subscribe to the same faith, is a recurring theme in the history of religion. Whether it's the persecution of religious minorities or the subtle exclusion of those with different beliefs, religion has a tendency to foster division and discrimination. By designating some as chosen and others as infidels or heretics, religious systems inadvertently fuel hatred and reinforce notions of superiority or inferiority. A source of moral justification. One of the most insidious ways in which religion can perpetuate hatred is by providing a moral shield for harmful actions. By framing violence, discrimination, or intolerance as a righteous duty, religion can legitimize acts that would otherwise be deemed unacceptable. From religious justifications for the subjugation of women to religiously sanctioned wars, the veneer of morality often conceals deeper agendas rooted in power, control, and, ultimately, hatred. A barrier to progress. Religious dogma can also act as a formidable barrier to societal progress. By resisting change and promoting adherence to ancient texts and traditions, religious institutions have hindered advancements in areas such as LGBTQA rights, women's empowerment, and scientific discovery. This resistance often stems from deeply ingrained prejudice and can be instrumental in propagating hatred towards those who seek a more inclusive and equitable world. A call for scrutiny. It's imperative to clarify that criticism of religion does not equate to criticism of individuals who hold religious beliefs. People have a fundamental right to their beliefs, and many find solace, guidance, and community within their faith. However, the scrutiny of religious institutions and the exploration of the darker aspects of religion are essential for fostering a more inclusive and tolerant world. The words of Christopher Hitchens serve as a stark reminder of the potential for hatred embedded within the folds of religious belief. In a world where unity and empathy are desperately needed, it is our duty to confront the issues of hatred intertwined with faith. By acknowledging the divisive impact of religious absolutism, we can work towards a future where our differences are celebrated rather than condemned. The question remains, can religion transform from being a source of hatred to a source of understanding and compassion? The answer, it seems, lies in the hands of those who practice it. What we should learn from this article: religion, the underlying source of global hatred, a candid view, is a thought-provoking exploration of the complex relationship between religion and hatred. It sheds light on several critical takeaways. 1. The age-old catalyst for conflict, history bears witness to the profound impact of religious conflicts and prejudices. The article underscores the undeniable role religion has played in fostering hatred, intolerance, and division throughout human history. It encourages a critical examination of these issues too. Dogma over dialogue. The article highlights how religious absolutism often discourages open dialogue, empathy, and the acceptance of differing perspectives. It suggests that the rigidity of religious dogma can become a breeding ground for animosity and hatred, making a case for promoting open discourse. 3. Division and discrimination. By delving into the creation of the other and the exclusion of those with different beliefs, the article points out that religion has a tendency to foster division and discrimination. It emphasizes the importance of recognizing and addressing these harmful consequences. 4. A source of moral justification. The article elucidates how religion can be misused to provide moral justification for harmful actions. By framing such actions as righteous duties, it legitimizes otherwise unacceptable behavior. This aspect underscores the need for vigilance and critical examination of religious teachings. 5. A barrier to progress. The article highlights how religious dogma can act as a barrier to societal progress, hindering advancements in areas like LGBTQA rights, women's empowerment, and scientific discovery. It underscores the impact of deeply ingrained prejudices on societal development. 6. A call for scrutiny. The article underscores the importance of distinguishing criticism of religion from criticism of individuals who hold religious beliefs. It advocates for the scrutiny of religious institutions and the exploration of the darker aspects of religion to foster a more inclusive and tolerant world. It invites readers to reflect on the potential for hatred embedded within religious belief and encourages a collective effort toward greater understanding and compassion. In a world where unity and empathy are essential, this article calls for a critical examination of the divisive impact of religious absolutism and poses the question of whether religion can evolve from being a source of hatred into a source of understanding and compassion. As we come to the end of this insightful journey, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of Quotable Skeptic. Your curiosity and engagement mean the world to me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. And remember, sharing is caring. If you found value in our discussions, sharing this channel with your fellow truth seekers would be greatly appreciated, and for those who have been with us from the beginning and those who have just joined, thank you for being a part of this incredible community. Your support makes the pursuit of knowledge and critical thinking all the more rewarding. Until we meet again, stay curious, stay rational, and always keep seeking the truth. This is Quotable Skeptic, signing off.